Morning.
Morning, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, good man.
Good, good.
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So I was a bit late. I just
It's
had
alright.
to, help my dad quickly. Had a load of stuff to fill up his van. He's going to the dump or something, so awkward time. But oh well. It's Friday today, so I'm not trading today anyway. So
I actually took a buy at 7 a.m., but I was going off for 30 minutes, but looking on the 15, there was a little resistance that reacted off.
yeah,
So I actually closed half when the 15-minute broke the low, and then I closed the rest of it a couple pips further down because it just wasn't looking good. So
yeah, nice.
I'm
Because
done for the week now.
yeah, because when I actually like first woke up and came to the charts. I saw at 7 a.m. how the 30-minute candle had closed below this minor support. So I was looking at the 15-minute, and this 15-minute candle was open. So I was like, okay, well, I know I'm not trading today, but I want to see, how it forms and, for price to continue down. So when this 15-minute candle closed bullish, I almost in my head said, right, well, let's paper trade a sell in my head. I know the range isn't big enough, but just, for like mental purposes. So yeah, anyway, the way that the candle structured after this candle came down and broke below that minor support, it was like very high probability we were gonna head down to support. But I think you had the right idea, definitely, because we closed above everything. We closed above this resistance here. So look on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, so obviously, so you closed 50% once it broke the low.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was good. And then,
I mean, overall, it was a 5 pip loss.
yeah, it's
So
not bad.
it's not bad.
It's not bad. I had a bit of a mare yesterday. Don't know if
Yeah.
you watched the stream back.
Yeah, I watched it back this morning.
But yeah, I spent a long time last night really reviewing like what went wrong, because obviously I was having such a great week all up until that point, and I really thought the sales were gonna play out, but the market just didn't do it, and maybe I was too fixated on the impulsive sell, because I really thought we were gonna have like a push of volume, but it just never came, and then it just completely went the other way. And actually my first position, because remember last week we were saying how a couple of the impulse entries that were taken were flipping back bullish but then continuing. So I actually held the position because I was anticipating that we would continue down. It just was flipping back bullish, and actually it came and hit full stop loss on the first trade, and that was the point at which I probably should have thought, now is probably a time to just call it a day, because in a sense that's almost two losses, because they usually manage risk. So when the second loss came, it was more frustrating, because it looked more on what I'd actually lost in that sense. So yeah, it was a big mistake on my part, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean the first trade, like it like teases you into it because it's in a direction, it's made its top wick, and I think at that point you've got to just expect the volume to push down, but it just didn't, did it? The volume wasn't there today.
No, see, the first sell was taken because this candle obviously closed at support, right? This bearish candle here closed at support. So when I see a candle close at support, the only way technically we're going to continue down, because we didn't break support technically, is if we break the low. Now obviously I wasn't going to take the sell immediately or anything like that, but what it did do was it came up to create a top wick. Now the top wick was somewhere over here, it was like 8 pips away. So I was thinking, okay, perfect. Now if it comes down and breaks the low, then after creating the top wick, I'll then take a sell. We already tapped into this minor support, right? So now we just need volume, right, to break that and continue moving down. Okay, so the sell got activated and then pulled up, right, to somewhere where it is now. And then I was like, okay, well, it's flipped back bullish, But I made that same mistake last week of closing 50%, you know. But maybe that's what I should have done, because this is the times where the impulse entries can really sting you, because then it came up and it hit stop loss without warning, right? So that was the first sell. Then the second sell was that I was like, okay, well, if we come back to this area and we close below, or, you know, if we form resistance again, because, you know, the candle closed weak bullish, or I was thinking, you know, if the next one breaks the low of this candle, then we'll continue down. But then I was like, stop loss is too big. So I waited a bit, and then if you look on the 30-minute, where was it? Over here. So if you look on the 30-minute, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles all had higher lows, right? So like this, yeah. Now, once this candle broke that structure, that was the point I gave the sells a second chance. The 30-minute candle closed below this minor support. The next 30-minute candle closed weak bullish. So I thought if we break this low, okay, that at that point, then we're gonna head down, right? Because we'd be violating the structure. You know, we had just had a weak bullish candle close. We had a strong bearish 30-minute candle close. It closed below minor support. Yes, we have this area here to the left, but once we break this wick, we should then continue heading down. Again, broke that low, came back up, closed 50%, and then bang, rest went to stop loss. So yeah, the sells were hard. Maybe I should have then been reactive to say, okay, well, I need to wait for a clearer bias at that point. I know it would have been over trading, but then had I waited for something up over here, it would have been a good day, because that was the move. You know, the move wasn't this push down. This was a retracement to this area. The move either would have been a sell down to this support here, or I suppose, you know, once we broke above the high, it would have been that clean traffic coming up to 140.080, which was discussed, you know, all morning. So these were the two areas that the sells should have been taken. But what I didn't do was I gave the impulses 2 chances in this area. And that's the mistake I made. I should have given the impulse 1 chance and then waited for a close for the second chance. Because then that way I would have taken 1 loss here, right? And then called it a day, called it a stream. But then, you know, later on in the day, sometimes I'm at the charts and I would have seen what's happening over in this area. And I would have been like, okay, well, if we break this high now, we will continue moving bullish. Because, you know, with this liquidity wick, this is what it looks like when we're forming at resistance, but couldn't close above, but high probability we're going to continue. That's what it looks like. So that should have been my second trade there for the win. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, I'm still learning every day. Despite the experience I have, every day is a new situation, and I just see it as a lesson, and that's it really, to be honest. You know, so I look back, like, the sells were the right idea, like, they weren't the wrong idea. It just didn't play out. But I was too fixated on giving, you know, this area 2 chances when I should have given it 1 chance, waited for a close because the impulse didn't work, right? Would have missed the second sell, and then later on could have caught buys, and actually could have caught more buys, because I looked back and I was like, okay, well, around pre-New York, you know, once price made a high, it created support to continue further, and that was my, you know, that is my, like, signature trade. You know, when I see price come up and it's got heavy volume like it did here, and then it creates a support with a wick in the direction, buys, and then boom, 17 pips. Even the break of the high here for extra confirmation, because you could argue that, okay, well, the candle closed just below this minor resistance, so if it breaks the low, it can correct this move, which I was like, okay, that makes sense. But how could I have caught this push up? Well, you know, if it broke the high and then it would continue moving up. That's what I would have seen it as. So yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, but like, this is what trading's all about. And I much rather make these mistakes now, you know, trading 5 lots than, oh, look at that. Is that news? That's got to be news, because that's a big candle. Yeah, so was a mistake, completely was a mistake. But well, I think the mistake, the trades weren't the mistake. The mistake was not being adaptive. So once, the first impulse entry didn't work out, unless it's a switch of bias, I think, from now on, it's a lesson to, maybe wait for the extra confirmation.
Yeah, I think like obviously once you took a full loss and then you go for another impulse and it doesn't work out, you kind of feel bummed down because you know that if you just waited for a close, then you would have never took the second trade. I think maybe if you take a small loss, you can get an impulse, but a full loss then trying to take another impulse is it's quite hard on the psychology side.
Yeah, see, that was the thing. Once I took the first impulsive full loss, that's when I should have been like, it just was in the moment, it was a lack of discipline. And that takes a lot for me to admit it, but that's true. It was a lack of discipline because, me being normal, disciplined normally would have been like, right now we can't give that impulse a second chance. So because I was in profits for the week, and then when you take a full loss and you're like, man, like, that wasn't what I was planning to happen, I got a little bit more, emotional towards it. But I have to recognize that, because that's how, when you recognize it, you can rectify it, and it's been many months since I've been in a position like that, but it does happen. It happens to the best of traders. It was just one of those scenarios, and I just have to just learn from it. That's it. Not to dwell on it. But this is quite a hefty candle. I'm gonna check out if we got any news here. Forex Factory. We got some GBP news at 9:30. Construction PMI. So nothing about that. Could it be this? UK car sales fall most in 5 months as lockdown hits dealers. Could be that. But then why would it be pushing price bullish? Oh, 13 hours ago, a Brexit deal could emerge over the weekend. France would veto any Brexit deal seen unsatisfactory. So it looks like the 15-minute candles come all the way up and closed above everything. So I think at this point price should continue moving up to 140, 120. Let's look at in fact, let's do some fresh analysis here on GJ, just because we've got a few people here. And so it does look like the daily candle is coming up to potentially fill the wick at 140, 300. And I'll tell you why, because last night when I was looking at price and I was looking at the way the daily candle closed, I was really convinced that if we break the low of the previous daily candle, then we can continue moving down to fill the wick at 138 900, and then continue on to like maybe 138 600, right? But the fact it's already come up so high already, I think it can continue up to fill the wick maybe. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. So looking on the 4-hour time frame, price created a support right over here around 139.525, and it does look like the previous 4 hours done like a liquidity grab, broken the high. So yeah, it does seem like it should continue moving up to this 4-hour resistance now at 140, 100. So if we measure this range, we have another like 20 pips away. 1 hour time frame, looking on the 1 hour time frame, you can bring this area up, right? We have a resistance right over here, and 1 hour candle is trying to close above this resistance. If we remove this quickly and neaten this up, so we had a support right here on the 1 hour time frame, which we were ranging through Asian session. We retraced back to this support from the 1 hour at 139.650 pre-London, and then London has pushed us up and engulfed this. So I do think that we should have some form of deep liquidity and then continue moving up. 30-minute also trying to close above everything right there. So it would seem like these sells, played out back to support. Now price is breaking up. So it was just kind of ranging. But yeah, and I thought the ultimate sells, that I was going to look for were below 139.450, right? Because then look at this. We have a complete clean range for 43 pips. So that would have been the ideal range to take a sell. But now it does seem like the bias is going to be bullish. So yeah, the 30-minute candle was trying to close above. If we neaten this up a bit, so we have a resistance, right over here at 140, 120, right, which is, let me just change that color. Yeah, so we have a resistance right over here. If we break that, then we have a couple of another minor resistance up over here, because I think this move was like a fake out. This move up was a fake out, got corrected. So I think kind of this zone we can reach between 120 and 140, 200. Ooh, tired today. Yeah, between 140, 120 and 140, 200, we can reach that, and then we can continue on to 140, 450 and on there. So yeah, it's NFP today. NFP. So we'll see how the 15-minute candle closes. We have clean candles to the left-hand side. So price should continue moving bullish. But yeah, I mean, I was looking at these sells this morning and they really made sense. When I see this happening, it really makes sense to take a sell. Now, what I was thinking is, how could I have entered in on this trade? And the only way you could have really entered in was kind of expecting either price to go bearish based on where the candles were closing from this zone, or a break of the low. But then I was thinking, break of the low, there's not enough range. There's only like 9-10 pips. Whereas if you was to take the sell, somewhere up over here, then you could at least get 15 pips out of the trade, right? But these sells really made sense. Everything was confirmed there for price to continue down. So yeah, I mean, had that been a Thursday or a Wednesday, if had that been yesterday, I would have taken those sells, anticipated a bit of volume to maybe break this minor area. But yeah, anyway, just kind of mental note, traded it this morning, as it's a Friday. And the worst thing I want to do is what happened yesterday. The last thing I want to do is come in today looking for a trade. Like, if something that I've seen happen over and over and over again happens, then it's a potential. But I'm not actively looking for a trade today, and I had it in my head that I wasn't even trading, to be completely honest. So I knew price was going to head down. I knew price was going to come down. The 30-minute closed below. I saw this happen last week and it played out, and when I caught the sell last week, it was an impulse entry, whereas this week was a close. So it's, I now can visualize two different sets of the same entry. The first entry was the impulse, which was a break of this low to continue down, which ran. And then the close is we had a 30-minute candle close below this minor support, and then the next one continue moving down. So looking at this structure, I think maybe, if you took sells somewhere over here, I think the way the trade could have been managed was, let the sell run, but if it breaks the high of the previous 15, you could reduce the risk a bit, and then, let price continue running down. So yeah, I think we're going to obviously need to be cautious next week as Brexit is just getting closer and closer. Yeah, obviously we'll see what happens. But yeah, sorry about being a bit late today, everyone. It's alright. I thought it was okay because it's Friday. No one should be eager. So I was gonna say, Kelsey, you still there? No, maybe he's gone. I think he's gone to. I think he's gone out somewhere. But yeah, probably gonna do. But we're gonna do like a simulation this weekend. Really just trying to focus on like impulse entries and things like that. Because I have quite a bit of experience with them, but I really want to, improve on managing the risk and yeah. I thought we trade price, not time. Not sure what you mean. Not really sure what you mean, mate. Oh, thanks for the subscription there, Tangy. Yeah, not A-Rod. Not really sure what you mean, mate. But yeah, we do trade price. Did I do something or something? I'm not really. A bit confused. Thank you, Leroy. Appreciate it. Another subscription there. Getting closer to 1K, guys. I would have liked to have got there by the end of the week this week, but that's going to take a lot. Got 70 left. Unless my peoples there can give us a shout. Give us a shout out. Help me get to 1K. I'd appreciate that. But obviously, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so it looks like the 30 minutes coming to a close above this area. 15-minute. Yeah, we're just going to watch. I'm just going to watch for the minute. See if we, yeah. Anyway, while we wait here quickly, let's check out gold. Looking on the daily time frame on gold again, next daily candle did go bullish. Used to join you and Paul over Zoom during Asian session. Oh, nice. Oh, awesome. Great to see you doing live now. Oh, perfect. Oh, thanks very much, Leroy. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, looking at gold, daily candles on gold did continue moving bullish. Oh, that's another thing as well. I'm going to do a simulation on gold probably over the weekend as well, for those in the private group. I don't know who's listening, but yeah. I think we're going to do a simulation on GJ impulse entries and do a simulation on gold as well this weekend. So stay tuned for that. Those in the Zoom call. Yeah, so I think daily again should continue moving up to 1860 or at least tap into it, considering this is the area that we broke out of. We've corrected at least 70% of the move now, so it should continue moving up. 4-hour time frame is just still creating support to continue bullish, right? So the 4 hours creating a support right now. It's tapping into some wicks over here that's causing some issues, but it should continue on. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, so looking on the 1 hour time frame, price is just ranging right now, right? Price is ranging on the 1 hour time frame. If you look on the 30-minute, it's also just consolidating, but keep in mind that on the 1 hour time frame, price is closing into those on the 4 hour time frame, the 4 hour candle is trying to close into these rejection wicks that price failed to continue higher than. So if it does close like a strong 4 hour or breaks the high of the previous 4 hour, I think it's going to continue moving bullish. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, it is just consolidating, so we would need some form of break above 1844. And then when we look left, yeah, we do have this clean candle coming up to this area. But, if we want to be a little bit more conservative with our target area, we can look at this zone right over here. For buys, obviously for sells, we have like a minor support here, so we need to be cautious. But we have clean candles coming down to this support area. So something that we're also gonna keep an eye on. So yeah, gold is just ranging right now. We need to wait for it to break out and then go from there. Let's go back to GJ because I know GJ is coming to a close in a sec. 15-minute candles trying to close a bullish. Yeah, I'm glad it's Friday today. Gonna get my hair cut. I haven't had a haircut in a whole month since the lockdowns. Since lockdown started, so gonna be a fresh trim. New week next week. Man, I'm determined to really smash it next week. Just yeah, really smash it. There's one trade that if I miss a candle close trade, that's the trades that I need to be focusing on the most. Because impulse entries are very difficult, and obviously they work and stuff, and I am good at them. It's just if I focus more on the closes, then the impulse entries will just come naturally. So yeah, I don't want to ever miss a trade with. Well, not that sounds wrong. Yeah, I should be any trade that candles closing and stronger confirmations need to be on the ball. So looking at the 15-minute time frame, the 15-minute candle closed like a weak bearish candle. So I think if this 15-minute candle breaks the high of the previous 15-minute candle, we can continue moving bullish. You've got around a 15 pip range. Obviously it's a little bit risky because the stop will have to be kept below the previous 15-minute candle. But if it doesn't do that, and it does retrace and break this low, right, then at that point you can just wait for like a support or something like that. But it may even break the low and then come up and then break the high, continue up, because it's GJ and it does a lot of these liquidity grabs above these zones, breaks these lows and then continues on. So that's also something I'm looking to test over the next few months and over Christmas. It's just how many of these trades will break this low and then continue on, because then we can really look at trying to let positions run, but also being cautious with the risk management too. Hey Amar, how's it going? So yeah, really want to get to 1K subscribers there. Okay, gonna check out a couple of other pairs in a sec. We're working with some YouTube traders to stream their content from YouTube live on our platform. A couple of people recommended we check you out. Oh, nice. What platform are you from there? I can't see that link. It doesn't on the YouTube chat. It doesn't let you. I don't think it lets you send in a link. So yeah. What platform did you say you was from? Sorry. Hey HFX, how do I join the Zoom call? Tanji, the Zoom call is for people in the private group. So that's for people in the mentorship group, get access to the Zoom call there. We're a Squawk Box and live news service. Nice. I think I recognize the name. Amar. Do you work for Financial Juice? Because I signed up to them for the free version the other day. Maybe wrong. Oh yeah, Financial Juice. Oh nice. Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to drop me an email. I think you've got my email actually, because let me check. Oh yeah, I got an email from you today. Hey Juicers, it's time for non-farm payroll. Oh nice. Yeah, send me an email. Oh, I am Financial Juice. Awesome. Yeah, send me an email, or I'll drop you an email or whatever. How much is the mentorship? I mean, if you want to check out the website, obviously all the information's there. It's on the screen there, but I'll just tell you. So it's $250 for a lifetime membership or mentorship or whatever. But yeah, you get it for life, or as long as I live, anyway. Who knows? Might not make it past 40. Okay. Yeah, I'll drop an email. Because I was actually looking to sign up with Financial Juice. I think I dropped you an email the other day, and I was asking, do Financial Juice do the Squawk for Discord? Because I was looking to get it for the private group. So that's something that's gonna be I wanna get for the mentorship group. Get like a Squawk service that we can get the terminal or whatever on our chat room. That'll be really cool. See if we can get those real-time Brexit headlines. But yeah. So yeah, I think GJ, either this 30-minute candle obviously needs to close above resistance, 15-minute time frame. This 15-minute candle needs to close above, maybe create some support, and then see if it can continue up. Yeah. Cool. Let's try. Yeah, that'll be if you can do that, that'll be awesome. You know, obviously I promote you guys providing a good service out here. But yeah, I think that'll be cool for the for private members too. Oh, I see. Yeah, the YouTube doesn't let you send the link or anything like that for some reason. So if you send it to me in email form, the email is HFX Trading Group 2020 at gmail.com. I'll put it in the YouTube chat there. Obviously, people on YouTube don't go and spam the email. It's just for queries and stuff. So yeah, drop me an email and then we can um 50 pip loss this morning. Oh, Chris, what went wrong? 50 pip loss on GJ this morning. Man, what went wrong there? Did you have a stop loss, or was it a swing trade? I tell you what, Chris, the best thing to do right now, Chris, you might be a bit upset, you might be a bit gutted, but the best thing that we can do to make you feel better is if you send me a chart, I can take a look, we can see where you went wrong, and let's try and make sure you don't make that same mistake again. That's the best thing you can do. Like yesterday, I took 2 losses. I was bummed out. I was annoyed. You know, it was all da-da-da. But then, you know, you have to say to yourself, okay, well, why did I get into trading? You can't give up. You know, got to take these things as lessons. So I reviewed what went wrong, and now I know, you know, how I could improve. So yeah, if you want to send a chart, mate, we'll take a look for you. Paste the link and put 2 spaces after it. Links work. Oh, I didn't even know that. Didn't even know that. So thanks for that one. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. One sec. I'm just gonna put myself on mute for just literally 1 minute. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Ooh, looks like GJ's coming down now. So it broke the low of the... Oh, yeah, wow. Fridays, man. Fridays. Oh, look at that. Incredible. Look at that 1 hour candle. That's going to be... Yeah, I'd like to see what happens over here. Yeah, that's a big candle. So yeah, GJ's just on some just on some crazy stuff right now. So yeah, be very cautious, people. Gold is still ranging. US30. Let's do a breakdown US30. So looking at the daily time frame on US30, I would say that if the daily candle can break the high of the previous daily candle, then we can continue moving bullish. Looking at the 4 hour, so 4 hour is approaching a resistance. Right, 4 hours approaching a resistance. It's created a support down over here. So if it breaks above this resistance, then, you know, it can come up and retest this high that was created. Looking on the 1 hour time frame. So yeah, we can see it's just ranging right now. But what we would want to see is for price to break above this area on the 1 hour, and then it can continue moving up. And then if we remove this and we look to just neaten up this zone over here, then yeah, looking on the 30-minute time frame, it looks like it done like a major fake out over here. So we're gonna, yeah, it looks like right now it was ranging on the 30-minute, and then this 30-minute candle came up and closed above this resistance. So technically speaking, this 30-minute should continue moving bullish. This current 30-minute should continue moving bullish. In the 15-minute, yeah, we have a clean range up over here in the 15. I think this candle needs to either break the high of the previous or create some support for price to continue moving up. So we'll see if it can do that, and then yeah, it can continue on to retest that ultra high. Sells below 139,400 clean traffic. Yeah, 139,400 is where, if we can get below 139,400 or 450, then we have clean range. Even on the 15-minute time frame, we only have some issues around 139,220, right? Because this is like a minor support on the 15-minute time frame. So what you may find is when there's like a minor support on the 15-minute time frame, so as price is coming down and candles are printing bearish, when it reaches this area, it may pull back a bit. It may pull back a little bit and then continue dropping, and then we'd complete the move. But it may react initially to this area to start with, because it is still like a support. So yes. Capital EU Michelle says we want a deal. Oh, so some news. That was it. Makes sense. Yeah, it's just ranging now. See if Forex Factory updated. Oh yeah, look, Capital Hungary is even on Forex Factory. Nice. Yeah. And I think from 0.450, we also would be breaking the daily low. From around 139,450, 139,400, we'd be breaking the previous daily low. If we do that, I think we're heading down. Downtown. So yeah. Yeah, we got 69 subscribers to go. I'm gonna put that on the So yeah, 69 subscribers to go. No being crude. I didn't put it up there for that reason. Just so we can get a bit of morale. Let's get to 1K. Let's get to 1K. So yeah, it looks like GJ is breaking down over here. It's trying to break the low of the previous 30-minute candle. Right? 15-minute is breaking the low of the previous 15. So, I mean, obviously this is an impulse entry. Like, I'm not taking the sell, but what I mean is a break of this low would be an impulse entry. Now, this would be a really risky impulse entry. And the reason why is as it's coming down to break that low, the stop, oh, look at this. The stop would have to have been kept above the current candle, right? So, if the stop had to be kept above the current candle, right, then, you know, if it came up to flip bullish, the trade would be no longer valid. So, you know, almost at that point, this is a form of, you know, one of the riskiest impulse entries. But right now, it's already moved like 12 pips already. So you could be securing positions. Don't know if anybody caught those sells, but look at that 1 hour. Yeah, man. I think we could have a good day here today. From a visual perspective, you know, in terms of I think we could see a nice move and just maybe even watch it play out and just learn something from watching. You know, you always learn something from watching. So I think, you know, some form of impulse entry over here would have been good, you know, to continue down. So yeah, looks like that worked out there. If you look at GDP JPY, the support at 139,460 isn't there. 460. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you just have to stick with, you know, one liquidity provider like, you know, FXCM or Oanda or whoever. But it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Like, this is old information anyway. Remember, this is old information, but you know, you just got to be aware of this area. So we are at the support that we would need to break for price to continue moving bearish. You know, we extend this left. This is a zone. This is a zone. This is a strong zone here. So yeah, probably want to see like some, you know, low be created, minor resistance, and then price to continue moving bearish. But yeah, looks like those secondary sells played out. I think now at this point, you know, this zone doesn't really matter because we're in a big range at this point. Yeah, it's Friday. Chill, guys. Yep. All chilling today. Friday. Probably not. More than likely no trade, but just gonna watch and see what the day brings. Anyway, we're waiting around. So gold ranging, US30 we spoke about, breaking up. So just waiting on the 30-minute candle. 15-minute candle closed bearish, so probably need some support to form. GCAD, looks like GCAD also broke down. So if we look at, you know, the how we could have caught that trade, we look at the fact that we had a support right over here. So there had to have been some form of impulse entry. Let's take a look at the 15. Yeah, so the 15-minute candle closed below. Very hard because the stop would have been pretty big. So yeah, it looks like GCAD's going to continue down. And then yeah, it's got some further clean candles. GCAD actually moves quite well on a Friday, I have to admit. I've seen many a times GCAD moves well on a Friday. Euro JPY. Looks like Euro JPY continue bullish. Looking at the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour created a high at 126,600. It retraced to create support right over here, and then now it's, you know, currently at like a minor resistance on the 1 hour. looking, sorry, on the 4 hour, looking on the 1 hour time frame, looks like it created further support over here, you know, made a high pre-London, create support to continue moving up. 30-minute, yeah, so that makes sense. So it looks like, you know, maybe once we'd broken out of this like minor consolidation, if we look on the 15-minute time frame, yeah, so very difficult to anticipate, but I think is creating support for it to continue further bullish. We have clean candles to this resistance, and then if we remove this, we have, you know, the secondary range up over here. So this is our first range. This range was like 20 pips, right? And then the second range is, yeah, only around like 10 pips. So it's a bit of a small range for the second range. Oh, looks like the FTSE pushed bullish today. Created support. Yeah, looks like it created support on the 4 hour and daily. Looks like daily's coming up to break the high over here that we created. So interesting. Let's go back to GJ anyway. It's unwise to take any trades at this point until support made. Yeah, I think either until support made or support break. Support break. Goal ranging for NFP, right? Yeah, more than likely for NFP. But it may decide to, you know, break out before, and then the technicals kind of align. But we'll actually, yeah, that's a good point. We'll take a look at the NFP data in a minute anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. It's just a pullback. We're still in bullish structure. GJ. Okay, let's check this chart out. A rod. Does NFP normally mean less volume? I think NFP kind of means like, you know, not necessarily less volume, but price can be more volatile on the day. It can either range on the day because, you know, it's waiting for news. So I wouldn't say necessarily less volume, but we'll see. So this is GJ 4 hour chart. Okay, bullish structure, yeah, nice. Coming to tap 50 EMA and bullish structure on the 4 hour. If it rejects structure, buys. If it breaks structure, sells. Okay, yeah. I would say, the only thing I would say, because it's Friday, like, it's going to take a lot of volume for us to break this structure. So I would agree that, you know, we really need to see a violation of structure or some form of break and then pull back. Probably going to happen next week if there's going to be a break of structure. But yeah, that's a you know, based on the 4 hour time frame, that's great. And then that would be the daily candles, you know, breaking the bullish structure too. Because the only thing I would say is, you know, as we're coming into this bullish structure, we can see here that, you know, this high point, price came up, failed to break previous high, came up, broke the high, but, you know, kind of since then, you know, we're not really kind of creating new highs at this point. So yeah, this is kind of the point where we're going to come up and create a new high, or we're going to break structure, but we may just consolidate because it's Friday and just range here somewhere here in the 4 hour time frame, and then, you know, next week then start breaking down or breaking up to create new highs. It depends. I think as well, like, this structure is based off of, you know, fundamentals as well. So if they're saying that we can know something about Brexit before the week on the weekend, then obviously that's going to have a major impact. Major. But I think right now, obviously I know what you're saying based on the 4 hour time frame, but, you know, looking on the smaller time frames, I would say that we can continue moving bearish once we break support at 139.450. Oh, looks like Euro JPY did continue moving bullish. So basically, once it created the support on the 15-minute time frame, yeah, that was a real nice buy over there. That would have been a nice buy. 30-minute came up to fill the wick and then continued on. Yeah, gold probably most likely waiting for NFP. So yeah, anyway, let's have a look at the NFP data because yeah, just a little bit interesting. So if we look at USD, so they're expecting lower numbers than the previous, but they're still expecting like, you know, a positive amount of, you know, employment. But at the same time, they're actually expecting slightly better numbers in the unemployment rate. So I'd like to see how we kind of what happens today. So if we look at the last month, November was better than the previous. So it came out better than the forecast. Sorry, it came out better than the forecast. So that was the previous. This is the forecast. So it's lower than the previous. So we just need to see if it's, you know, bigger than the forecast or lower than the So if it's lower than the forecast and it's lower than the previous, then that's going to be negative for the USD, which means gold should, you know, go bullish, right? So if it's going to be negative for the USD, that means gold should go bullish, which means that maybe this move, you know, up to 1857 may happen, which is about 128 pips away. So yeah, I'd like to see if that happens. Obviously, if the data comes out good, so let's say the data comes out positive, and you know, it's better than the forecast, then I would say that gold, there's a very high chance it can continue down to 1829, which is around, you know, 90 pips away. So yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for gold, to be completely honest. Especially if we see it range. You know, all day and then come an NFP. I think that's gonna be the ideal there. So, you know, maybe like some form of self stop or something, but probably not actually. Probably just watch. Very volatile NFP. Yeah, do not try that at home. But I'll definitely try and get on the charts to watch it live, see what happens, and go from there. Okay. So while we wait here, let's have an educated discussion, right? So, topic question: do you think that the vaccines should be mandatory? Do you think that the COVID-19 vaccine should be mandatory? What do you guys think? Because the UK government, they're insinuating that they may make it compulsory. which I think would be very wrong. Euro NZD is smashing targets. Yeah, I don't trade Euro NZD. But if you want to check a chart, if you want to send a chart, we can check that out. But that's up to you, look. GCAD's at support right now. So same thing for GCAD. It's got clean traffic to the left-hand side. So probably need to see like a close below support, and then can continue down. EJ's continuing on. Yeah, new 1 hour candle, 4 hour candle, got 53 minutes left to close. 53. So yeah, come on guys, we've got 69 subscribers to go. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, let's get subscribing. We're going to be doing a free Magic Keys giveaway, so make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. 30-minute candle. Looks like the FTSE's continuing moving up. Once it break, yeah, it's breaking the high and should continue on. Yeah, GJ is a mess right now. GJ is a massive mess. So yeah, looks like gold's got no volume. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be back in about 5 minutes time. Just gonna go make a drink, grab a little snack. Yeah, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Should I put a little people know? Yeah, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Yo, what's going on, guys? Sorry about that. We're back. So, looks like GJ is just ranging right now. Looks like GJ's ranging. Gold ranging. US30 though did go bullish. Created a support on the 30-minute time frame, so the next candle should continue moving up. GBP CAD probably needs to create some resistance. Yeah, looking at GBP CAD, I've seen this happen plenty of times. So if this 15-minute candle closes bullish and the next one breaks the low, then it can continue down to retest this low. So you see how the bodies on the candles are just getting smaller. They're wicking up, just edging above just a little bit at a time. So, yeah, this closes like a weak bullish, and then the next candle breaks the low. It can continue down to retest this low. Or maybe it's going to do it now. 15-minute candle flip bearish, and maybe even wait for the 15 to close, and then if it closes bearish, the next one should continue down. EUR/JPY continued moving bullish, trying to close above this resistance. So it's got another like 11, 10 pip range. I think we had PMI by GBP. See how that came out. Came out positive. Interesting. So now at 1:30 we've got CAD employment, CAD unemployment rate, USD. So remember GCAD obviously as well. We'll be looking to react to the NFP as well. So how's everyone's week been? Everyone had a good week? Bad week? Yeah, everything's just ranging right now. This is one of those days where everything's ranging. It's a little bit boring. So we need someone to send the chart something, give us something to do, something here to do today. Yes, it's a Friday. It's a Friday. So the 4 hour is coming to a close in 20 minutes. Looks like it's going to close bearish. Looking at the 1 hour. 1 hour's got 20 minutes left to close. Oh. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, it's a bit of a dead Friday here today. We've got price ranging, little people on the stream. So, yeah, man. So if we look at GCAD, it's got 4 minutes left. Obviously, the candle was bullish. It makes it very hard for price to. Yeah, it can continue down. Retest the low. But I think probably waiting for this low to break is going to be better for price to continue moving down. So we've got 68 left. 68 subscribers to go. Yeah, man. Boring today. Everything's just ranging. Looks like US30 is breaking up after creating that support. So, yeah, that makes sense. So it should continue bullish now. Yeah, it makes complete sense. I think there was a couple of entries there, you know, once this kind of broke the high to continue up. Down over here was a good entry, second entry. Makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, US30 is moving now. US30 is moving up. Took a while though. Very slow. Very slow. I think there's not a lot of volume. With the London session, US30 has more volume in the NYSE. GJ is really boring. Yeah, GJ is just doing nothing. It's just nothing. This is trash. Trash. There we go. This is trash. Make that nice and big so everybody knows this range is trash. And that's it. Nothing to do. So I might as well just show you guys the new website. So obviously I had a new one, but updated it again. So I've updated the website again. So now we've got more merchandise, official merchandise. We've got what else did I add in over the weekend? Changed the layout of this. Just made it a bit more neat. Because it was it's funny because I went on an Apple Mac laptop, a friend of mine, and typed in my website, and it had all the writing messy, so I was like, oh, but it's neat on my normal one, so I just done it on the side because it didn't make sense. But yeah, you got all the new merchandise. So with the merchandise, I think it's like a 10-day delivery. So yeah, thought I'd show you guys that. Also added in the live chat. I don't know if you guys saw down over here. There's the live chat has now been added in. So no one wanted to say Oh yeah, GJ's movement. Oh, okay, someone did. Well, no way of anticipating that one. I think the only thing was we had clean candles in the range, so suppose now there's since it's ranging, yeah, but there's not enough range here for like anything. So we'll see. Website looked great. Oh, you like the website? Yeah, it was different. It was different before. I had like so much stuff, but I think it makes it easier. So we've got the YouTube here. We've got the Instagram. You can actually, so when you click on this, it actually takes you to my Instagram. So I don't know. Let's click on that quickly. Yeah, it will take you to the post on Instagram. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. Got your little discount code there for the Magic Keys. Then we've got the link here for Blackpool Markets. Recommended broker. So yeah, it's going good. I'm liking it. Hi Harrison, what software do you use to backtest? I use SoftFX. So let me show you. There we go. SoftFX. Oh, Soft4FX. This one here. This is what I use. Forex Simulator. Yeah. Only for MT4 though, so make sure you've got an MT4 account. Oh, look at GJ. Yeah, looks like we're going to come up and fill the daily wick. Maybe is it going to continue on to 144.50? Yeah, look at that. Still going to go in here. Is there news? I don't know. Could be new. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Boris Johnson must give up on fishing. It's the only way to get a Brexit deal. Yeah, but you see, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. He can't give up with the fishing. That would just... yeah. Yeah, I think that was a bit of news candle there. Just broke out. That was in the... Oh, let's see. Look at that 4 hour, man. Literally the last, 15 minutes of the candle came up to break the high of the previous 4 hour to continue bullish. Incredible. So the 4 hours actually, 11 minutes time is breaking above all the traffic here to the left-hand side. So let's look at, okay, if the 4 hour does close above this area, where can we head off to? So looking on the 4 hour time frame, we have further clean candles on the 4 hour time frame coming up to 140,700. If we look on the 1 hour time frame, what we're going to see is that we have a resistance right over here. So we also have some issues at 140,500. If we go to the 30-minute time frame, if we go to 30-minute, yeah, so we have a resistance here, and then we have an area here too. So this is a good range. 140,675 and then 140,500. So we have clean candles coming up to 140,500. There's further clean candles coming up to, let's just go with 140,700. So yeah, it's pretty good. But for price to continue bullish, we need some form of support. We need to wait for some support, because this will be buying at the high. So yeah, we need to wait for some support. Plus, we need to see if the 30-minute will close above 140,200. So I think for the minute we can remove some of this, because ultimately we would want price to kind of respect this area here. Let's take it from a 1 hour perspective. Yeah, I don't know, let's just go with this area here, because this is the high that was created. So yeah, we'd want the 30-minute ideally to close above this area here, 140,200, for price to continue on. Or we wait for some retracement if it creates support, and then breaks this high to continue on. But yeah, as long as the 4 hour, see, this is the thing, the 4 hour candle should close above this area, right? Now, if the 4 hour candle closes above this area, it means, the next 4 hour can do like some form of retest and then continue moving up. Not fishing anything but that. Would you rather have a Brexit deal without fishing or no deal? I mean, look, to be completely 100% real with you, I think that at this point, the damage that a no deal could have done to the UK, right, that all the experts said would happen if we came out of no deal, the restrictions that have been put in place for nearly coming up to the last year have done more damage than any no-deal Brexit could have ever done. So to be honest with you, I think it makes no difference at this point at the end of the day, because they praised how they said how bad a no-deal would be for the UK economy, and it would be catastrophic and all of this. But putting people in a lockdown for a whole year and forcing businesses to close, that doesn't quite have the same effect in their eyes. Well, I would say that is considered worse. So yeah, I think the restrictions have done any worse damage, and I don't listen to these experts that think that a no deal is going to be really bad. I think they can bring opportunities. So to be honest with you, the whole deal with the fishing situation is this: the EU basically said to us, right, at first, that we have to give them, right, 100% of our fish in our waters, right? The UK waters, we own the waters, right? But they want 100% of our fish. Then they turned around and said, we're willing to come to a compromise, right? And they said that we get to keep, the UK get to keep 18% of our fish. So they were basically telling us that we can only keep 18% of our fish, is what they were saying. So to be completely brute honest, like, who the hell would want to have a deal with let's just call them an institution, that is gonna tell you how much of your stuff they can have and how much of your own belongings that you can have. I mean, that's madness. Who the hell would want to have a deal with someone like them? Obviously it's important that we have a deal with the EU, because obviously we have a lot of businesses that do get imports from European countries. We export to European countries, so I understand the importance, but at what cost? Do we let the EU, is practically bullying. Like, that's bullying into saying, that's like the big kid, the popular kid going to, the unpopular kid at school, right? Give me your packed lunch. That's his packed lunch. His mum's made that for him, but he's coming over and he's saying, give me your packed lunch. And then after that, he's saying, actually, I'm not going to take all your packed lunch. I'll let you keep your pack of mini cheddars, but I want your sandwiches and I want your packet of sweets or something, right? I don't like that. And yeah, I think the UK could thrive without a deal. I think it could thrive with a deal. And yeah, I don't know. I think we need to get these restrictions out of the way, get the economy rolling again, get people investing again, right? Have some optimism despite, if there's no deal, whatever, and start focusing on trying to create, prosperity for the country. Because, I know the pandemic and stuff was very unexpected, and I understand all of that. But it's coming up to a year now, and, we're still, pubs and restaurants are closing down. Like, my local, I don't really go clubbing that often, but a local nightclub of mine has just closed its doors forever. I shouldn't have gone there when I was under 18, but I did anyway. But yeah, been going there since my teens, and it's had to shut, and it's sad. These are people's livelihoods, these are people's businesses, and this is doing more damage than any no-deal Brexit would have done. And the media just absolutely pounded the narrative that a no-deal Brexit would be catastrophic, and there'll be a huge recession, and there'll be hardship for years. I mean, what this government's done so far has caused nothing but that, so it's it's funny, to be honest. But anyway, that's my Friday rant over. I always have a little rant on Friday. I try not to get too opinionated, obviously, because this is about trading and stuff, but there's some things that do, that need to be said, and I'm not saying anything that's untrue, so yeah. Anyway, got 3 minutes left. Candle to close, 4 hour. So 4 hour just needs to close above 140, 100. 1 hour ideally needs to close above 140, 200. 30 minute needs to close above 140, 200. So gold is still ranging. More than likely, it's waiting for NFP. But at the same time, if we look at the 4 hour candle, it is closing, like a bullish candle, closing into these wicks. So it definitely does pave way for gold to continue moving up. I would say that. Oh, even GBP CAD continued up. So see, the 15-minute candle never closed bearish. Actually, it closed bullish above this area. So that would have been nice buys for the wick fill to continue up. Actually, no, stock would have been humongous. But yeah, still. Just from a technical standpoint, when price closes back above a support like that, with a wick to fill, high probability we're going to fill the wick and then continue on. So, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. See if we can create some support in this area to continue moving up, because we had a lot of heavy momentum now, right? So yeah, just need to wait and see. I think the other thing as well is, the EU is not the only nation or, trade block in the world. Like, there's so many other countries that we can create deals with. So yeah, really, really, really want to get to 1K subscribers. Because when I get to 1K subscribers, obviously I know YouTube money is like absolute minimal. But it does mean I get monetized at that point. I'm not monetized until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So all this time I've been doing it for free. Well, it practically will be for free because it's like a couple of pennies each 100 views. So I won't be earning millions from YouTube. Oh, we had another subscriber there. 67 to go. Doing the live countdown. Yeah, it'd be awesome if we can get it during the weekend. Over the weekend or... I need you guys' help. Okay, so obviously 30-minute time frame, closed below 140-200. If you look at the 4-hour though, the 4-hour time frame, it closed above resistance here, right? So now we look left and we say, okay, we have clean candles, but we have a lot of rejections around 140, 450, somewhere up in this area. So I'll be interested to see if we can continue moving bullish. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, if we look at the 1 hour, yeah, it kind of closed at our most recent resistance, wicking into that same zone again. So probably want to wait for like some support or something like that to form above 140, 150 for price to continue up. If we look at the 30-minute, yeah, probably just going to stick to this area here because this is our most recent price action, and it does look like that so maybe somewhere over here we've had some issues as like a minor zone, so probably want to wait for like a support to form because then we can break this minor zone and then continue on. But yeah, just talking out loud right now. Gold, is gold doing anything? Guys, I know you lot are pretty active, so let me know if gold continues moving bullish. Because now the 4-hour candle closed bullish, into these wick areas here. So we could see some liquidity generated before we continue higher. But yeah, we'll see. GJ on the currency strength meter is very strong and the yen is weak. Yeah, it makes sense. I think just the actual candles can tell you that. But I know some people do use that. Yeah, I think it's because of the news over here. Looks like, but I don't see. Oh no, it may have been this. Here we go. Here we go. So EU UK trade deal imminent, expected by end of the weekend. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, people. I think it's all a bit of hoo-ha. There's a long way to go before we get a deal. Let's put it that way. You know, they can say they come to an agreement. Let's put it this way, right? Let me put it like this. They can say over the weekend that there's a deal, there's this, there's that. And I know the media will put it everywhere that there's a Brexit deal. You know, all of our, you know, the no deal Brexit's out the window and all of this. But, I mean, at the same time, like, we are not even like 5% of the way of getting an actual trade deal signed and bang in writing. You know, it is gonna take so much. You gotta think you're gonna have 27 countries have to agree upon this deal. Now we know that France ain't gonna be happy about the fishing. We know that, you know, all the other countries, they're gonna have their own issues with things. So getting them all to agree is gonna be tough. So yeah, I'm not really phased by this, you know, and I don't care if they use the word imminent. Oh, just since I've been on the stream there, we got another 3 subscribers, which takes us to 64 left to go. Come on, people. Come on, guys. Let's try and get it to 1K. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks to those guys who subscribed. I know there'll be a few of you in there that haven't bothered checking. So do take the time. Do take the time. So it's like GBP CAD also closed above. So GCAD has clean traffic coming up to this resistance here, right? So if we measure this range, this is a 40 pip range. If we look on the 15-minute time frame, this range from, let's say, where we are now is around another 30 pips away, right? So I think maybe, you know, like a weak bearish candle close, and then again, like the next one breaks the high, something we see happen a lot, is going to be good for GCAD to continue up. But yeah, or maybe you just need to retrace, create some support. So there's a couple of options, but just gonna sit and watch, because I know GCAD, now that it's broke down and then broke up, as long as it stays above this area, it should continue moving bullish now, especially with the confluence that GJ also pushed up. Anybody going to be trading NFP? Or at least watching NFP? I'll probably stick around to watch NFP later on today. Maybe I'll see if Roger's doing NFP live. Might watch his stream. Or maybe I'll just watch it myself, to be fair. Yeah, I think Boris shouldn't be such a fairy. Give in to these people. I think he needs to grow a pair. But yeah, get in there with the subscriptions, which is good. Okay, right. I'm gonna run to the toilet. I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry, guys. Oh, just had to help my mum bring in the food shopping. But yeah, anyway, so looking at GJ, it's pretty evident that it's done a fake out. It's back in the range. It's back in the GOAT. It's back in the trash range. Trash. It's back in the trash. And that's it. I think obviously we have clean candles, so it's more than likely going to fall back down to support. But I mean, let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, it's back in the range. Like, even if this is a retest, this is a very deep retest. And then the only way that would work is the 1 hour candle, may need to close, let's say, above this area here. And then we'd need some support to form. But then even then, like, it's completely rejected this high point. So personally, I think it's just going to be a ranging Friday. But yeah, I mean, it's just crap. Gold ranging. US30 did reach target though. GCAD done the same thing. Oh yeah, of course. So GCAD's back ranging again. Euro JPY trying to create some support at resistance. So a little bit of like consolidation here for a bit. So yeah. Not a whole lot going on now, is there? Not a whole lot at all. Okay. So I think it's going to be a good idea to maybe call it a day here soon. Call it a week. Yeah. Yeah, it just becomes so hard now for price to continue moving bullish. I mean, I think the only way it's going to be able to do that is, yeah, I mean, it looks so messy. Like, it's so, yeah, it's just mess. It's just mess. But on a positive note, got some more subscribers since being on since leaving the stream. Where are we at now? Yeah, got 63 to go. $63 to go, people. Do you think if we create a support on GJ, it will go up to reach its current high? Not while it's below 139,900. If it stays below 139,900, then there's a higher probability that we're going to just end up reaching the bottom of the range, right? Because this was resistance. In fact, it's done two fake outs because this was the first resistance, right? Price came up, closed above, next candle came down. So okay, this is now the area of rejection, right? That's how I would see it. Then again, price came up, next candle came down, closed below that area and closed below that area. So I would say that if it stays below 139,920, 900, then there's no buys. You know, if it continues pushing down, then it's more than likely gonna reach support. It's still a 35 pip range, right? If you was to take a sell, it's a 35 pip range, but you have to maybe think, what's the probabilities of it working out? Not high, because look at the market structure. We created a lower low and then we came up to create a higher high. Like, it makes no sense. So I think if you were looking for sales within this range, although I would not advise it, I think maybe some minor resistance or like a break of this previous 15 low to continue down, because then at least you do have the only positive of this range is you have clean candles. That's it. It's the only positive. Or even take an impulse candle to the downside after breaking the low of the current candle. Yeah, I think a break of the low of the previous this bullish candle could work, but yeah, this is like, for me this is just a nothing. This is just a nothing. Sorry about that. So yeah, anyway, let's do some rounding off here, because it's coming to the end of the stream now. It was always just going to be a chill out day today. I wasn't really looking for anything, so okay. Because I've got a busy weekend this weekend. Got some more webinars coming for the private group. We're gonna do simulation sessions. I don't know if Kelsey's here now. Is he here? Scott's here too. Well, Kelsey and Scott, I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, so this weekend, hopefully, what I want to do is do an impulse entries simulation session. Also want to do a simulation session on gold. Looking at gold, just a little bit of back test. It's not really back testing, but just a little bit more. Just taking a look at gold and see how we get on. But yeah, gonna focus on the impulse entries for GJ on the simulation session, and just like general entries as well, but focusing more on the impulse and how they work out, and really taking notes. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. What I'm going to be doing over the weekend. It may be pre-recorded. I may get the people in the private group to come on, but that's something that's going to be decided a bit last minute. So yes.
Sounds good.
Yeah, man. I think that's going to be important going into next week, and then just preparing for the new year as well. Fresh year. So 2020 has been a roller coaster of a year, but despite a lot of people having, a lot of bad things happen this year, I think positively I've had a lot of successes. So my goal is, 2021 is going to be, I'm coming for 2021. It's going to be my year. So this year is a year of learning and mistakes and progress and tears and sweat and setbacks and mistakes. But next year, coming for the whole game. We'll have 500 people on the live stream every day. We're gonna have 10 lots running every day. Man, it's gonna be a good year.
If you come here every day, then this time next year, you'll be doing well.
Yeah, man. Hopefully
No doubt.
Have a few more people. Hopefully YouTube can pay for my I don't know, some McDonald's or something each month. It's literally how much you earn. I looked it up yesterday, right? So for every few hundred views that you get, I think it's like 20 pence or something like that you actually earn. It's something ridiculous. Let me show you actually. So how much do you earn from YouTube?
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. So you can expect to make around $1.50 per 1,000 views. So it's about £1.10 per 1,000 views. So every time I come on the live stream, man, I just made £1. Perfect. That's how you do it. and then that quid turns into a £5 a week, 25 quid a month. There you go. That pays for a bit of McDonald's breakfast in the morning.
Exactly that.
Little
It adds up.
sausage McMuffin. You know, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. But yeah, I mean, that is pennies though, isn't it? Bloody hell. Who is the highest paid YouTuber? Let's look at this. Dude Perfect. 20 million. He must have had like 1 billion views or something. How's that possible? How is that possible? Oh, let's do the YouTube money calculator. Okay, let's do that. Let's see how much I can make. I don't even care. I'll be completely it's YouTube, innit? Okay, what are my views a day? Just slowly going down.
I went in between 500 and 1,000.
What, daily views?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I suppose, but
Yeah,
then they're not it's I don't know how it works because what's it called? It's like you get two different. You got the views from the live stream, like their live views, and then you've got the views that people come on to watch after. Now I don't know if that like
It'll be the overall. I don't know. Like maybe it's the watch time. When can you put ads in?
when I get monetized, which is at 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. So I suppose it'll be every time someone clicks on a video. So when it says like you've got
Look, you need
like
1,000
700,
subscribers.
yeah, I think 700 views will be. You'll get 700 ads.
Yeah,
rolling.
maybe. I can do it via video. You can do okay. Hang on. So what? So my YouTube video the other day got, I think it was 6. Okay, let's just go 400. I'd say 400 is about the average now. Engagement rate, no idea. I don't know what that even is. Oh, it just goes down even less. Okay, let's go 50%. Okay, so a month, I could probably earn around £18, £15. A day, £1. I still a good like £250 a year. I mean, that's not bad. That is not bad.
Pocket money.
Yeah, it's pocket money, but you know what? That's true. Fuck it, man.
You wouldn't turn it down, would you?
No, you can't turn it down. Well, anyway, like, I mean, yeah. This is, I enjoy it. You know what? Despite anything, I enjoy it.
You're only doing it for the money, though, aren't you?
Sorry?
This YouTube thing. You're only doing it for the money.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing
it for the 50p a day.
Yeah, I'm just trying to I know that I'm not making anything of trading, so what I'm relying on is that, I know I'm not going to make anything from trading live, so what I'm going to do,
Brilliant.
I'm going to deceive people to think that I'm making money from that, but really, my main income is YouTube. YouTube's my secret primary income. So, yeah. Looks like the 15 minutes trying to close back above this area here. So to be completely honest, GJ is just complete garbage. Calling it a stream here in a minute anyway, but yeah, it's just trash. It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. Sim for private or YouTube for the private group. That does sound great. My birthday's on Christmas Eve. Oh, nice. Like Jesus. Sim for YouTube or not, mate? No, the simulation will be for the private group. I think I said the other day, and I haven't forgotten, that I will do a simulation for YouTube over Christmas. That will be my little free present. I'll get everyone to come on the YouTube, and I'll do a complete simulation session with the private group on the Zoom, and then people from the YouTube can speak on YouTube. But I'll go at a consistent pace so that, if actually people have questions, we will answer them, then and there, and I really try and treat it like a live session. So just try and really dial down on I'm in Paul's Discord. He mentioned you like the stream. I'm New York time, so I'm wondering when do you end the stream? So usually it's around. I probably end it 15 minutes ago or in 15 minutes time. It depends really, because now that I've started the live streams a little bit earlier, like it's a little bit long to do, 3.5 hours. So probably at 10:30, which is, I don't know what time it is for you, but it's like, so 15 minutes ago is when we usually finish. And then at worst case, we'll finish in 15-minute times, which is 11 o'clock my time. So yeah, this is kind of any time from now is when we finish the stream. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to do a little rounding off here. So gold is just ranging, but discuss the ideas that for NFP, right? Because gold is ranging right now and consolidating for NFP. If gold breaks below 1838, then it can continue moving down to 1829. And if gold breaks above 1845, then next target would be 1857. We look left on both these time frames. We have a nice clean candle to the upside. We have clean candle to the downside. Now, NFP, obviously, the data is suggesting that it's going to be worse figures than the previous month, right? So just keep that back in your mind. They're expecting unemployment rate to be better, which is good, but at the same time, not as many jobs been produced. And we also have to think, if it's worse than the forecast, right? If it's worse than the forecast, then that means that not only did they not get as much as forecasted, but they didn't get as much as was the previous month. So gold at that point should continue bullish with the trend, right? So if you think the technicals are already starting to align up with a weak dollar, so essentially, if that's true, then it'll be bad NFP data, and then gold should continue up. If it comes out better than expected, it's still probably going to be worse than the previous month. But if it's better than the forecasted, then gold should continue down, or maybe even do like some form of liquidity grab, right? Because it's against the current trend and it doesn't really change the grand scale of things. It's just an initial impulsive it's like an impulsive change in market because the data has come out better than expected. So gold should maybe tap into the zone. I mean, we have a couple of areas that it can tap into, and then go with the trend just based off of the actual trend, right? So we can kind of reach this zone, maybe down over here, but this is probably like too far away. So I think this vicinity is our most likely target for NFP if a strong if it's good data. So good data, I would say this zone is where we're going to reach. Bad data, obviously discussed, because we have a clean candle to the left, so we should reach 1857 right over here. So yeah, I think some form of like buy stop maybe above this area, sell stop below this area for price to continue down. But what may happen is just before NFP, it may start breaking to the upside, creating support. It might start breaking to the downside, creating resistance. So do keep paying attention to the technicals. But if it just ranges, then it's going to either just boom to the upside, boom to the downside, or it's going to go boom, 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 boom. And that's where people get absolutely ruined with NFP. So do be cautious. Do be very cautious. To be honest, don't trade it. That's my advice, but I know people will do what they're going to do. So if you're going to do it, be safe, be careful of risk. Put some, if you're going to trade news, like put some money away that you don't really care about losing. That's probably the best thing. Like I remember me and Kelsey I think it was like this time last year, or it wasn't that long ago. I think it was in the summer. We went to trade NFP, and we put a little bit of money away that we both wasn't worried about losing. And then I remember our entry price moved so fast that my position didn't even get activated. I think it was my sell stop or my buy stop. It didn't get activated, and it went in that direction, which was the annoying thing. But price moved so fast, my buy stop didn't even get activated. It was crazy. So NFP, trust me, is a crazy volatile news event, so be very cautious. So US30 continue moving up, but very flat now. I think NYC is probably going to be some more volume. Also, probably waiting for NFP there as well. GCAD, just back in the range. EJ, EJ continued moving bullish. So, like I say, when price creates support at a resistance, there's a higher probability for that resistance to break. So price came up and then broke that high and then continued on. So I think a good entry would have been maybe like the break of the high of that 30-minute candle, because then you had a clean range for 10 pips, ran and then stop kept below this area. So that made sense. So that was really nice there. So I don't know if anyone caught EJ buys, but yeah, EJ just ran bullish all night. FTSE still trying to push up. Where was the entry? Yeah, it looks like it pulled back from that 15-minute area, but slowly got there. So yeah, have we got any questions here before we call it a day? Oh, look at that retracement now. See, this is why GJ is just messed today. Do you know how to set a sell/buy stop with magic keys? Yes, I think you want to go to market pending. Market pending is where you can set your buy stop and sell stop, because that's a pending order, right? Buy stops and sell stops are pending orders. So yeah, I think you're gonna need to press the market pending at the bottom, or you can just do it from your phone and set it that way. But either way, I think you can do it from Magic Keys as well, yeah. Market pending order, and then you go from there. So, without further ado, thanks everyone for coming to the stream today. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember, we're going to be doing the Magic Keys giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer. Plus, I want to earn a living off of the YouTube money. I'm joking. So yeah. Anyway, have a good weekend, everyone. No overtrading today, because remember it's Friday and GJ is looking dreadful. So be very cautious. I'd say the only thing that I see now, the only idea that I see that could possibly work, is if this candle closes a weak bullish candle and the next one breaks the low, at least we have clean traffic to support. That's it. That's the only move that could potentially work out. But I just think, the best thing to do is to just call it a day, call it a week, and yeah, just go and enjoy your weekend. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks very much there on the YouTube. Thanks, guys, on the Zoom. Have a great weekend, everyone. People in the private group, obviously, stay tuned in the Discord for information on the simulations. But that will be coming into place over the weekend. People in the YouTube, we'll see you all Monday as well. I'm not going to be doing these Sunday market open live streams anymore. Sunday, I want to focus on preparing for the new week. And obviously, I know that could potentially do live streams, but I also think it's fair to give someone else an opportunity to do that particular live stream, because I do the London session now, and I wouldn't say it's fair to take up another potential space that someone else could come and do that live stream on a Sunday evening and discuss like weekly outlook and things. So I want to give someone else an opportunity to do that. So yeah, just gonna focus on the London live streams. Really focus on the London session, and that's it. Don't trade Asian anymore. Just really focused on the one session, and that's it. So yeah, not going to drag this out anymore. Thanks everyone for coming. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you all Monday morning at 7:30 GMT.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Cheers.
See you, mate. Thank
Bye.
you.